Hey everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and we're here for the second episode and what will probably be another set of 3 episodes for this week. I'm sure some of you are probably freaking out at the end of the last episode because I almost forgot to change my research. I was going to research Chain Lightning there. We definitely don't want to do that. I'm going to start working on Age of Magic because that is the one spell that I really do need to cast before I meet the computers, or at least would like to cast. We'll see if everything pans out. That's really it, I think. So I'm gonna go to the next turn, and as I am doing so, we'll talk about some of the comments. Let me do a quick save here, just in case something funny happens. All right, game is saved. All right, so we'll let it cycle through to the next turn, and I'm gonna zoom it out to the world map. We'll talk about some comments. I might actually just need to pan around and talk about things, but so I already talked about my general broader plan with the Rogue Strike Force and kind of me looking at this as sort of a two-phase war, with the Rogue being the primary target, Wizard a close second, and then her Sorcerer a close second, and then everybody else. I talked about a lot. I'll talk about that more in the last episode. You guys already heard all that. Other comments, general feedback from a lot of you, since Dominate has a 3-turn recharge. In the last episode, I was kept trying to dominate something over and over, but I was kept trying to curse something before I even tried to dominate it. There's really no harm in trying to dominate anyway because it has a 3-turn recharge. So even if curse isn't working, you can still try to dominate and maybe you'll get lucky. Basically, some people pointed that out to me. It would have saved me a little bit of time in the last episode, probably. Impregnable, I talked about. Okay, never mind. I covered that comment in the last episode. It was pointed out to me the Ice Queen Frost Aura helps with conversion. Good point. Kind of like using units with Disgusting Stench, parking them next to whatever unit you're trying to convert, and then trying to convert it, because it lowers resistance and makes conversions easier. So simply parking a Frost Queen next to whatever unit you're trying to convert will actually improve my odds of converting that unit. From Tarsak, good bit of clarification here. So if an AI, and we talked about this a little bit in previous episodes, but the idea was keep these cities as vassals, so if an AI wanders into them, they won't meet me. Well, technically speaking, that's not true. And the way Tarsak put this, it all kind of makes sense now. How this works actually is, I have this vassal out here, so this is my line of sight, but it's not my city. So when the AI wanders into its borders, I see the AI, and I am therefore initiating the meeting. Even if it sees that city, it doesn't see me per se, but I see them, and therefore I meet that AI and nobody else. So if any AI were to wander in here, I would still meet them, and I would have diplomatic panel with them and everything, but everybody else would still not know that I exist. The only way they know I exist is if they see a unit or a city that I own directly. That's the only way that they would meet me. So technically speaking, if I had a unit with really long vision range, it should work the same way. Oh crap, I'm getting attacked down here. Bite. Oh, dang. That's not a battle I can win. Where is this happening at? I'm gonna have to auto that because obviously there's no way I win, but I would like to... Where did that happen at? Okay. Oh no! You jerks! They snuck in there the moment I walked out. Oh, you little buttheads. Problem solved. Not really, they're still out there. That is irritating as heck. Oh, I was building the Pool of the Firstborn too. I just lost 300 gold and 100 mana because of that. Oh, come on. Really? They must have been hiding I didn't think they would even be in range to reach it unless they were hiding out there and I didn't see them in the corners of the map. This city is just not having a good go of it. You know, just produce merchandise for now, because I need to get my gold. I'm not sure why my gold dropped actually so drastically. Oh, I know why it dropped. Structures finished building and more structures queued after them. That sucks. Okay. You know what? Just do merchandise for a turn. We're gonna... You know what? No, screw it. Screw it. We're still continuing. We're gonna keep doing the same. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these guys here. That way what I can do is, when the turn that I'm ready to do this, I can move them out to the dungeon, and then, does the city have a hospital though? No, it doesn't. Okay. I can move them out to the dungeon, then I can hit the hasteberries, then I can get back to the city. Because apparently I can't leave that city unguarded. And I'm just gonna be below 1,000 gold for this turn, so it is what it is. Item arrived. Okay, we got more resistance. Dang, that irritates me. That is a lot of money down the tubes. Alright, I don't really want you guys to dig the rest of that out. I'm gonna have them go this way. These guys can follow along. I should probably get the Evangelist in with the Necro, since he's the only thing that can heal those. And the Warg can kind of be a little separated from the rest of this group because he's really more of a scout. So I'll leave them kind of like that. And it's time for them to start heading out. Masters Guild is done here. Public Baths is queued, but I don't think I'm going to actually let that go through right now. I think I might cancel. In fact, I may cancel things in a couple cities and let them do merchandise. Any city that's not being used to directly build something that I need right now. So like Kai produced a hospital, next in queue is a temple, that can wait. And I'm gonna actually... Yeah, I think I've got it queued for just... Yeah, it's just one turn of merch. So that's all I want it to do right now. Siege Workshop, again, public baths here. Don't need. We can wait a turn on that. And there, our gold's back above 1,000 again, which is where I wanted it before I go in to do any battles. Who is the slowest unit in this group? Probably the Ice Queen or the Mammoth. Well, actually, any of those. Anybody other than my Druid. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is... Well, first, before I do anything, I'm going to build a city here. So I just don't forget to do that. Then I need to clear this. So I didn't really want my Druid's army to move backwards on this turn at all. I want them to get in there, and I need to drop the Mammoth and maybe add the Yeti. Okay, so... Yeah, this will be fine. I don't need them to move back. I want them to have as much movement moving forward as possible. So, we'll add other units in to fill in the gaps. A whole bunch of them, actually. Including the Yeti, which has to pass through there anyway. Phantasm Warrior. More White Witches. You guys, and you guys. And then whoever has a lot of movement, probably the Mammoth. We're just going to attack with a whole bunch of garbage units. Well, not entirely garbage units, but a whole bunch of just kind of like miscellaneous units, we'll call them. And just clear this brute force style. Okay, they're all charging one side. That's going to make this harder. They're all charging a very weak side, too. You don't like fire, I know that, so maybe we can use that to my advantage. You are probably the most deserving of having Frozen Flames here, so I'll give that to you. And we'll have you go stand next to the cats. I'm sure they'll love that. In fact, I have a chance of freezing them, possibly. Should probably go for it. 54% chance to freeze. Oh wait, that was the unit in the back. That wasn't even the one I went to. I was gonna get the Sun Guard, but okay, I got the Archer instead. I guess that's fine. I need to get these guys out of here. Dang. All right. Go ahead and do that yourselves. The Raider can go here. No matter what happens, these units are gonna get punched. Let me back you up. Leave you kind of more in the front-ish. You move here, and maybe I could stun him, actually. You know what? Yeah, I probably could. Okay, cool. So that works. That guy can't go through there without taking a hit from the Yeti. I'm going to leave the Swarm Darters on defense to maybe just try to lure him a little bit. And that's about as good as I can do for this turn, I think. Oh. Oh, I forgot. Well, there goes an apprentice, I think. Or was that a Sun Guard? Who was that, actually? That was a Sun Guard. Okay, well, I'd rather lose a Sun Guard than an apprentice right now. Alright, well now you have to charge. So I'm gonna leave the, I mean, I'm gonna move these guys more like down here, I guess. Try to lure him in to a charge, and I can actually get the Raider completely out of harm's way. But yeah, that's what I want him to do, is hit that guy. Cool, thank you. Draconian Shaman is not gonna like this. Oh, I didn't mean to roll net. Oops. I meant to use his Shredder ability. Oh well. I don't think he can move. Matter of fact, now he definitely can't move. That horse is in a spot that I do not like. I think I might have to use the Yeti to go after him, which means this guy is going to go after the Yeti, which is going to be kind of annoying, but... kind of wanted to keep his health up because he's needed in the Forbidden Sanctum battle. Oh, hey, nice! Okay. Have anyone? I don't have anyone here that can heal. Okay. That guy's pretty much done for. This Yeti can just beat up that Horned God, I guess. I'm gonna have these guys move here. Nice. Okay. Who wants to kill on this guy? I want to soften this thing up. Is that low enough to where the Yeti can kill? Not guaranteed still. Okay, well, you are a tough one. Now I can kill it with these guys. They can finish off that unit, and I think the frozen guy down here is all that's left. Have fun with that. Okay, that's good. I wanted that cleared. I'll take the money on that. I wanted that cleared for the magma, or for the when the new city goes live, because I want it to start growing quickly. And that Yeti is silver rank. I need him. I want to level him up. Hopefully I can get that in the... Well, actually, I almost could certainly get that in this Ruin fight, or this Forbidden Sanctum fight up here on this turn. So, for that fight, I'm going to bring the White Witch, and I'm going to bring these 4 units, and the Yeti. Hopefully this is enough. These places are sometimes quite difficult. But I really want this, so I think I can handle it. There's nothing to protect that Archangel from being stunned or frozen. And the Shrines of Smiting, they got a good bit of fire damage they can do. Could be dangerous to some of my units. But I've got casting points on my Druid too. So I'm just gonna go for this. Oh crap, I screwed up. I meant to cast Impregnable, reminded me to do this, and I knew I was forgetting something before I ran in here. I meant to use up a bunch of my mana before coming in here. And now I have to decide if it's worth abandoning and coming back for it. Because I have like 1,000 mana right now. Dang it. Because I'm going to get like 500 mana when I clear this, and it's all going to go to waste. I could have used it on a whole ton of terraforming. But now that I'm in the battle, if I retreat, then it slows down this whole army. And I don't think that's worth it because I'm on a timetable. Well, that sucks. Good call, Impregnable. I just forgot. This is part of the problem with not doing all the comments right after the start of the episode, is because some of it I just have to remember off the top of my head. We're just going to kill him anyway. I'm just going to go for it. You don't have a freezing ability yet, but you're getting close. I'm going to actually let you take a hit from that Archangel, because when this Yeti gets hit by that Archangel, it should level up, and when it does... Oh, it'll get Path of Frost. Okay, that won't help me at all. How about the Ice Queen? How close are you? She's not really that close. Okay. Well, I'm going to use the Yeti as bait anyway. Because I want to. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Well, while I'm over here, let's awaken the spiders. Oh, they have Inflict Freezing anyway. Okay. Cool. Well, got it. I thought Yetis could freeze, because I just did it to the Horned God in the last battle. They get it at veteran rank, so they get it quite early, actually. That's pretty nice. Okay, now that the Archangel is frozen, I have more options. I have lots of options. Not the least of which, I think, is to send the spiders out and try to web those Shrines of Smiting. Or I could always try to web the Archangel, but I think I would rather just... Oh wait, the spiders do poison damage, so I should be leveraging that against the Archangel. Because as much damage as the Yeti can do... Well... Yeah, the Archangel needs to die on this turn for sure, so... Okay, Hildy, you have Shoot Longbow, right? How much damage can you do with that? Not a lot. Oh, she got Absorb Pain cast on her from somebody. That's that guy way in the back. Okay, frickin' martyrs. You know what I could do is have you... Those guys are going to come in and use their big explodey thing on the next turn and do a ton of damage and cause problems. I kind of want to use Root Spears on this guy and then just hit the Archangel with everything else that I've got. But I'm beginning to wonder if I'd be better off trying to stun or web the Archangel and use these units to deal with other units in the area. I think at least this spider, I'm going to try to web one of those shrines. Okay, it didn't work, but that's okay. Spiders don't think it's in danger of actually dying. Well, yeah, it is. because now it's got 2 Shrines of Smiting on it. And they could both explode, but that would at least spread them out. I don't know. I don't know what to do here, because he got stunned. He's going to get unfrozen on the next turn and have all his action points back, which is why I'm trying to think of ways to deal with this thing. And I think I might just have to DPS my way through it. Is there any other option I've got? I think using Root Spears is probably the right call to get rid of this guy faster, because that's going to lower his health pool, lowers the amount that these guys can... How far can they make it? Fortunately, those guys can't get to me on this turn. Some of this is going to change, though, if I can manage to stun this guy. Or, actually... Could I renew the freeze on him? Wait, what happened to you? Why didn't you hit twice? Got blinded. But I didn't think that mattered on offense. I thought that was only... Yeah, that shouldn't have stopped him. Did he hit twice? Oh, he did. Okay. So now the Archangel is completely vulnerable to any damage I throw at it. Still only frozen for 1 turn, though, unfortunately. So that doesn't really help me much. I'm going to try to get this guy killed. Or... I got a stun. Okay. That gives me more options. Now that it's been stunned, I don't have to kill it on this turn. Which means I can send her out to bother this Shrine of Smiting. She didn't get the stun, unfortunately. Well, most likely they're both going to explode and hurt those units. And I don't think there's a lot I can do to stop that, so... The spider can't reach anyone useful over there, so I'm just going to have it start working on that Archangel, and I'm expecting somebody's going to get killed here. Yep, I'm going to lose the spider. Frick. No, so much for the Druid's army staying in good shape. Oh, I lost both spiders? How'd the other one die? I guess it was in range of Divine Vengeance. It had more range than I thought it did. Well, this is a crappy battle. Or did the Archangel still wake up and get it somehow? Because the Archangel has less health than I remember it having a... Oh, that's because the Shrines of Smiting hit it too. Okay. Well, that all sucks a lot. Now I just need to focus more on winning this battle, I think. Forget actually, like, being wildly successful in it. First things first, you need to go. You're gonna survive with 1 health after all that, are you? Alright, cool. With all those losses, I have to fall back. In fact, now that the White Witch has played her hand, I think she might be dead. Wait. We'll see. I'm gonna try to get out of here with that Yeti. Because I need him for terraforming this area to snow. That went south real fast. Alright, pick the Archangel off. Let's start leaving. Go ahead and break her spirit. It's fine. That White Witch is dead. She can't get out of here. She may as well... can I take a single hit and... she can get so dang close. Nope. I'm not going to be able to get her out. I should just damage this guy as much as I can. And sorry, but that did not work. At least the Archangel's gone and I can still Now remember to actually spend that mana on something else. We're gonna have to bring in some more. Something good at dealing with those Shrines of Smiting. And I don't really have anything in the area that is, to be honest. What can I do? She'll heal herself quite a bit between this episode and the next one. And the Yeti will regenerate to full health. Sorry, I didn't mean this episode. I meant this turn and the next. So what I'm thinking is maybe I need to bring this warlord and his army up to help, since I kind of need them to join with the druid to go after this anyway. And there's a snake down there, which is actually really where I would like to have my druid right about now. Alright. Here's the plan. I've got it. I think I've got it figured out. We're not going to be able to clear this on this turn. That much is apparent to me. So, I'm going to bring these guys over here. They got a nice road to follow now. We're going to clear this to help the city get started. Not sure if they really need the backup. In fact, this might be easier without backup. Because backup's just gonna get shot at. You know what? I'll bring some anyway. We'll get a couple armies in. The Swarm Darter wouldn't hurt to have in a battle like this with all those pillars blocking view of things. Alright, this is fine. Go for it. I really need this army to be healing. I'll just clear this, and then I'm going to bring the Warlord up. He can help the Druid clear the Forbidden Sanctum, and then they can go back down south and clear the thing with the snake in it, so hopefully I can pick up a new pet for the Druid, since both my spiders just died, thanks to those Shrines of Smiting. That puts a kink in my plans. I did not think they would be capable of knocking out my spiders quite so easily. Hello, everyone. He should probably do that. You know what? I'm good with this setup for now. We'll let them continue to approach me. Get the Dwarf Prospector, but I think, you know what I really want to do is I want to blow up that guy. Yeah, that's what I should do. Which I think I actually can without too much trouble here. Well, except that the Blight Darters don't do hardly any damage to it. Can I stun you? Oh man, that would have been nice. I really can't stun you. Okay. Well, the Warlord will be able to finish it off, so here's how this is going to work. Did you even get a level out of it? One crossbow should do the trick, and that'll blow him up right next to his friend. I can then charge. Oh, that was a Sun Guard. Thought that was something else. Okay, I think I can... It probably makes more sense to just phase behind him. Yeah, what are you gonna do, bud? Should have seen that coming. I should have just taken him out with this guy when I had the... Well, actually, he couldn't have reached anyway. Would you just die already? This group is irritating me here. That guy took a lot more damage than I wanted him to. Well, anyway, he can get more... Oh, he can't reach. Okay, well then you better stay with the Warlord, I guess. I'll figure this mess out on the next turn, I suppose. At least I know now there's no Archangel in this structure. Or Martyr to absorb pain for anybody. So it'll be easier the next time I go after it. I do have that mana surplus though, and I need to spend some of that. Let's check my capital down here, which was producing items. Still going to be 3 turns before I move on to the next one, which is only going to cost 208 mana. So I have plenty of available casting points now. So I'm going to go ahead and use a bunch of these on terraforming. For starters, I think we should probably... Oh, hang on. Yeah, definitely, actually. This city needs... Well, it's got fertile plains all around it, I think, already. Yeah, I think I actually did that earlier. Okay, so we're good there. No. I want to go to the spell book, please. Still trying to bounce back and forth between Planetfall, and this game is tricky at best. Where's Terraform? I flipped right past it. Okay, so I want fertilized land. Actually, I probably just need to figure out which cities need it first. Well, actually, that city definitely will. That city definitely will. So, open spellbook, fertilized land. Any tiles in here that can be fertilized should be fertilized. Because the frostlings are not going to otherwise really care for it out here in the volcanic area. That's already fertile plains. It's already fertile plains. Okay, they don't look like fertile plains, but they are. Alright, so only a couple there. The Naga doesn't really matter. The elves like trees, but they could get in my way right now. Orcs like barons. Let's see. Orcs are already at max happiness. These guys can't be at max happiness yet. That Draconian city I've already sorted. A lot of just like, I think my Frostling cities in general I should be working on. Possibly could make more wetlands underground. How are these Tigrans doing? They're all happy. My capital's happy. That city's happy, and this city is also happy. What about underground? How's this Goblin city doing? They could use wetlands, so let's do that. Open spellbook. And I'm going to do wetlands, flood fields. There it is. I'm going to do wetlands kind of like all over down here. I'm going to maybe leave some like paths for units that don't have wetlands walking to get around a little easier. So something like that. That way units can still move through this area unhindered. Okay. And the rest of that is going to go in fertile plains in like my capital and just central cities. Doesn't really matter that much at this point. So yeah. If I go back to Eldritch Horror, open spellbook, and fertile plains is fertilized land. Okay. So all this like barrens, I'm just gonna dump a bunch of mana into this. because now is the time to do it. And I'll just go one city at a time because I am lazy. Well, yeah. How much mana should I leave hanging around? I don't really need a lot right now. Maybe we'll keep about 150 on hand. Alright, that burns through quite a bit of it. Can't have you guys joining my empire just yet, I'm afraid. Siege Workshop done here, working on public baths, which I don't really need right now, but I'm gonna let it continue anyway. You know what? I'm canceling that last apprentice. I want more Ice Queens. Since I just lost one on the front line, now I'm salty about it. I got a couple apprentices out. That's good enough for me for now. Oh, good. I got a Sun Disk on that guy. You know what? Before I forget, I need to go back to my capital and make or forge another item for the Warlord, which really needs a potion of healing for himself. There we go. Close. Oh, I had a mana surplus in that city. That's part of where all that extra came from. Yes, I do want that alliance proposal. Which also means I probably need to cancel the public baths in this Draconian city over here, too. To keep at 1,001 gold, precisely. Produce hospital here. We'll let the shrine... I'm going to let the shrine build. I could use the mana. And shrines are cheap. After that, it'll most likely be a temple, but I'll queue up barracks just in case. Research auto-completes. Oh, there are 2 festivals of magic on this turn. Okay, then. Crimson Star will be gone next turn. At least it'll be gone for me. It won't be gone for enemies, so anything dedicated to evil is still gonna suck to fight, but at least I won't be getting a debuff for it on some on my units. Okay, and we've got these guys, which they're also one that I might be able to... Well, I don't know that for sure yet. We'll leave them on notification status because they may be one that I can absorb safely. Alright, you guys chill. And let's continue exploring with my eagle. So, I can actually... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I can essentially move 10 spaces with this eagle. So what I'm going to do is 1 to get that, 2, 3, 4, and then it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I could go 5. Hey, cool, I met somebody. That was easy. Straight up vassal. All right, cool. That's what I like to see. Oh yeah, there's money out there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and get the haste berries now. And I'm going to go grab that money. Might need to go grab that mana, but I'm afraid to send the eagle on land because this area is just crawling with enemies. I also really want to see what's in there, if there's maybe a heart of the volcano lurking back there somewhere. Which have been resoundingly difficult to find so far this game. Alright, so I was talking about this guy, and he needs to make a road going... starting there. Go. That'll connect to this, and then it'll connect down to my capital, which, by the way, speaking of my capital, the builder in there can now swap spots with this guy, You can go back on guard, and then I can start building a road directly. It'll pretty much directly go straight up there. Okay, cool. This guy is going to try to sneak a fort right there, and then I can build a stone wall and get all those structures in it, and the that heart structure there for more casting points. Leader and her army are going to continue on to that dungeon, and I think this ogre and it seems to me that I just need more units in general over here. In fact, why don't you go that way as well? Can you guys reach that? No. But you can, so you may as well. With this guy, I want to probably try to build a bridge across here, I think. And I've already spent almost all the gold I picked up with my eagle. Alright. Time to get nosy with the wisp. Would much prefer to find a cave entrance here somewhere and go down it, probably. I'm still not quite ready to meet the AI yet. So any further I go this direction really is risky. I'm gonna pull them back. I'm not ready to meet the AI yet because I'm not ready to charge the AI yet, but I am going to try to resolve that starting immediately with getting these armies prepared and ready to charge. You really need to be up there. Wait, oh crap, I forgot. I needed him with my leader. I was like, why is he down there? Well, that was why. I guess I could throw an apprentice in with him. Alright, you stay there. And there's my elf settler. It's going along well. Should be able to get that city built on the next turn. That'll be nice. And let's see. Requires your orders. I need to get this guy underground. And that guy didn't die. Great. You can keep exploring. At least for now. I'm more comfortable exploring underground because I feel like it's far less likely that I'm going to find these people. Alright, I'm going to try to use those haste berries to double back and explore the other way. So 16 and then 12. Go kind of like that and still get some use out of them. Then I could go either backwards or up. And I think I kind of want to go backwards. Well, no, I want to go up. I want to go up. More vassals, possibly. The other units I have in the southeast are eventually going to probably kind of come through this area, so we'll send him back up. And look, this guy just has so much more dirt to dig. He's so happy. Oh yeah, I forgot I was making a road with this guy to get to my city there. And I think I'm gonna... Yeah, it's gonna just go through here, like that. Okay. I can actually dig more of this out with this guy. No trouble with that. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not digging where I want to put dwarf cities, because I was reminded last time I played that dirt walls, dwarves like those, so don't get rid of all of them. But I think here is safe. Let's get that guy up, the last apprentice I'll be making for a little while. That dude can wait there, and the warg has to stay where he's at. These guys stay where they're at. And these armies are just kind of an absolute mess right now, and I'll just tell them all to stack on the city, I guess. In fact, they should probably go to the city too. No, I don't want to end turn. Check, and now I think I want to end turn. Also got to keep in mind that once I get Age of Magic, I'm going to have to spend some time actually casting that spell. Alright, we're not quite at the end of this episode, so I think I can end the turn, go through some more comments. Let me do another quick save here, be on the safe side. Yeah, that's right, the druid's got to come through with them, okay. Alright, let's end the turn, go through some more comments, see how many I can get through. I might not get through all of them this week. There was a lot of feedback on the last few episodes. From Chris Lighthawk, Warlord still needs first strike. Next time he levels up, I should give him that. That's a good idea. Also, don't forget the Druid also has Seduce. This was seconded by Impregnable, so yes, she can convert more than just dominating things like I was doing in the last episode. She can convert something on top of that. From David Spengler, don't forget Frostling Royal Guards. Not sure when I'm going to have the opportunity to make them. I did mention in the when I was replying in the comments that I thought I had a Frostling city that had an ancient ruin in it, but actually I don't. So, unfortunately, I can't make the buffed version of the Frostling Royal Guards, but it is worth remembering that I have them. They do pair very nicely with those Ice Queens, and so I may be trying to get some in the future. But for now, I kind of want the apprentices and the Ice Queens themselves. From Cantonese, tested that dominated units cannot retreat from battle. So if a few episodes ago you remember talking about me kind of sort of wondering out loud about the possibility of dominating a unit, then running that unit out of the battle and then dominating another unit, so its 3-turn cooldown doesn't expire and it still stays on your side, turns out you actually can't retreat units that you've dominated from the battle. That might be true of any units that you've converted. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it works. Uh-oh. Frodo's here. Okay, well, where did I meet Frodo at? We'll figure that out in a second. Most likely it was one of my vassal cities that he walked into, but if he spotted one of my units, then we are officially in full war mode, which I wasn't quite ready for just yet. Hopefully it was one of my vassals. Anyway, moving on, a comment from, I think I'm pronouncing this correctly, I'm probably butchering this horribly actually, but it's Lashing Nguyen, I think, something along those lines. Summon lesser elementals. Impregnable mentioned there's a city with a wizard tower near Druid for supercharged summon. So basically, get a city, well, summon lesser elementals in general would be good because I could start leveling them up, but also getting them in a city with a wizard tower ruins would be even better because they start with an extra promotion level, and they would have that ability to obviously turn into an elemental if they die, which hopefully they wouldn't, but having the extra promotion level would still be good because I want to evolve them, because lesser elementals can evolve into better elementals, and having an extra promotion level fast tracks that process. From Impregnable, now that my support units have stun and phase, I can start using the Ice Queen phase, Ice Nova, AoE stun combo. I did that in the Tiger and 6 battle. It actually saved me from losing at least one, if not 2 units. So yeah, should start making use of that. I don't know why I wasn't before, because that's part of the whole reason that I made this class. Also suggested getting new... Okay, good. New spots for Frostling cities can be used to farm race governance with vassal release. I talked about that. Talked about leaving room for the big mana surplus after I clear this structure, and I already removed Cliffs of Warding. So there's just a small handful of comments left to go through. I think 3 of them. I guess we'll just wrap this up real quick. Well, no, we'll get it in between. I've still got another episode after this, so they're not immediately necessary, so we'll get them in between the next turn. I finished that quiver a bit earlier than I anticipated. Okay. Quiver Mortality is done. Maybe production got hurried. Auto-completed production. Yep, that's what it was. Okay. We can close that, and what is next? There's another... The quiver is going to... Okay, that's a whole nother set, and that's going to the druid. So this one is going to the rogue. Speaking of Iggy, let's go, because he may have gotten some of his items. Oh, good. This guy got the, I think it's a Fear Strike. Yeah, the Fear Strike item I really wanted on him. To pair nicely with First Strike when I get it for him. Iggy got boots. No, that was Zari got Friendly Beggar Shoes, okay. Not bad since she's leading that army. And also got her Spirit Wand back, which is great. She can actually be a proper Theocrat, which is good now that I'm... And of course they spawned units on this turn, because of course they did. Well, it's not the end of the world. I've got to move through some wetlands anyway, which is going to slow me down regardless. So what I think I'm going to do is bring this guy up here, and these guys... Wait. Why? You gotta be kidding me. I just screwed that up. Okay, who can move back? Okay. Can move you out. Is that a goblin apprentice? It is. Okay, you got wetlands walking. Get out. And I want the evangelist in there. Okay. You guys go here. Actually, you can all go there. Can these guys reach here? Okay, yes they can. That's what I'm going to do for now. We'll stack the undead healing on those guys, and we'll eventually give them a better unit to go along with that. But for now, we'll leave these armies here, and the dragons will... This group of dragons will attack separately, and then I can go kill the camp, and then I can finally move on with this group. Where did I meet Frodo at? Hello there. Is there anything you need? No? I'm good, thanks. Bye. Where did I meet him at? He must have walked in range of one of my vassals. Do I see a little spot of purple up here somewhere? Yep, there he is. That's it. A lost soul scouting around. Okay. How close is that to anything that I actually own? Not really. I could still get away for a while without being spotted. So, yeah. Good call, Tarsec. You were exactly right on how that works. Let's get this builder up here and get this fort constructed, shall we? Actually, kind of want to build a road through there, but the more things are shaking up here, I don't want my army going up this way. I'm going to instead focus on making this the center summoning unit city. I think it is in a good spot. It's like right in the middle of the map and sort of like right in the middle of the landmass moving to the west. I think this is probably as good a place as any to be summoning units. So we'll focus on clearing this wizard tower, and this is kind of where I'm going to sort of build up the main attack force that's going to go after the rogue. So I just need to clear this, then move these guys back down through here, clear that, and go right across the road. I can knock out this stuff on my way, and then go after the wizard tower and the other things in this area. That'll be good. Is this city under threat of attack by any spawners? I don't think it is anymore unless there's something out here. I think I've cleared all the others. Alright, well, at least they're back to full health, so I can get the warlord in with them. And I really need any units that can either just tank a lot of damage or resist fire damage. As a matter of fact, let me take a quick look at something. They have a fire weakness. Okay. So I could bring in... I mean, the Saber-Tooth Chariot is super beat up, but he at least wouldn't be weak to their attacks. Especially the Spirit. And I could heal him, too. Okay, I'll bring the Saber-Tooth Chariot. He is champion rank. I'll bring that guy. We'll bring a White Witch for more fire damage buffs. And the Warlord. And we'll give it another try. Because I'm stubborn and I want this now. Wait, oh, the friggin' angel had resurgence. Dang it, I didn't think about that. Okay, well, at least it's damaged. As are some of the other units, so the sooner I attack the better, because that angel has healing, and it's just going to continue to heal itself. So let's get this done. Stupid angel. Okay, they're not charging me, which is great, because it gives me time to heal this guy up. And he really needs it. Also going to grant Frozen Flames, probably to the Yeti. Or maybe actually the Saber-Tooth Chariot, now that I think of it. Yeah, let's just give him all the buffs. And I would give him Dragon Ancestry, but can't do that on non-Draconian units, so. Alright, now they're gonna make me come to them, and I don't like that at all. I think I might harass them with little spells. Don't know if I have any that are small enough that I want to cast, though. Okay. Well, I guess we'll... Oh, wait, no, hang on. We've got this. That makes things a lot easier. Oh, hang on. No. What am I doing? This guy needs more healing before I do that. I could actually wait until healing loops around as an option again. In fact, she's got all sorts of buffs she can do. She's got that. She's got... Oh, wait, no. She can't. Yeah, throw curses. Actually, I'm going to throw a curse at that angel before I hit it with lightning. Does she have any other buffs she can do? Touch by Faith. Okay, I thought she had something. We'll give him Touch by Faith. Actually, I should have given Touch by Faith to the Yeti. Oops. Well, that's okay. It's round 4. We can heal again. And I actually am going to have to use lightning because on round 5, the the battle will end if something doesn't take damage. So, hi. All right, that Saber-Tooth Chariot is near full health. I'm good with that. I'm gonna hide you around that corner. And you guys actually probably should do the same because I'm gonna need you in a good damage dealing spot. Put the White Witch there. Alright, come on through. Oh, you coward, get over here and fight. Alright, we're going to burn your dumb things. That's the technical term. I'm gonna go ahead and try to curse her now. Nice, got it, okay. Draconian Crusader incoming. Let me see if... Actually, the White Witch might be able to handle that if I stay on defense. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave her there on defense. Well, actually, maybe not quite. Let's move the Yeti here. Let him charge the Yeti instead. And as for you, since I didn't cast a spell, let's try to make... Can I make anyone go berserk? That would be fun. No, they're all Theocrat units, generally resistant to that kind of stuff. Last stand on you. How's that sound? I'm so tired of Divine Vengeance. Okay, he is already not looking so good. I'm gonna have him... This guy is just gonna deal with this Crusader on the side. I could heal the Saber-Tooth Chariot again. Okay, that's what I'll do. Can do that and then heal this guy. The Angel is going to definitely flank my druid on the next turn. That's not great. And unless I move the Yeti, I can't get anything to help her. And I'm not going to move the Yeti unless I can manage to stun this thing. Well, could she handle it? I think so. Shrine is broken. She might go after these... You know what, regardless of what she hits, I'll be good. She might kill the Elder. But I don't think I can stop that from happening regardless. The Elder's life could be in danger regardless. I'll just freeze that, break it. She has a chance to kill the Elder, an actual pretty good chance. Okay, well, that's okay. That's the only thing I lose in here, then I'm good with that. I think I forgot to... Well, at least this time I have enough mana that it doesn't matter. I was just gonna say, I forgot to cast spells again before this battle, dang it, but it's okay, because this time I actually don't have 1,000 mana. Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna go after you there, and the Druid should be able to finish. Yep. Now the only thing left, I think, is that Crusader. Who is now frozen. Let's stack some more XP on you, and let the Warlord get the finishing hit. Sounds good to me. Let's put this friggin' Sanctuary behind us. Maybe I got something good. Maybe I got something good. I got Disintegrate! Oh, that is really good! Ooh, nice! Worth all the hassle, I guess. Okay, I'll take that. That is a very fancy reward, thank you. Hopefully that means... I don't know for sure if there's like a limited pool of secret spells in every game, or whether some people can pull the same thing, but I'm hoping that I'm the only other person who got Disintegrate. I know Ganon has it, because that's how I built that class, but still, that makes me pretty happy. I mean, it's not true Resurrect, but it's like one of the next few best things. I'm gonna just go ahead and get this road done while I'm at it. In fact, I can finish it. There, it's done. Alright, cool. You know what, guys? I've gone a little over for this episode. That's okay. I at least was able to wrap up this little mess over here. How's this Frostling City doing, by the way, out of curiosity? Yeah, they're not happy about the Volcanic and the Blight, but hey, they got lots of fertile plains, and I can build stuff to make them even happier. So not terrible. They'll be doing all right. Plus, I'm getting a lot of extra mana there. I need to remember to cast a decent amount of mana on this turn. My Druid leveled up. We'll deal with all this stuff in the next episode. We'll get it done then. So for now, I'm going to wrap this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a little bit of a sloppy episode, but I feel like picking up Disintegrate there. At least it was kind of a happy ending. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one.
Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, Spanglefan, Tarsak, and Tibby and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.